English and French units. Ounces, pounds, kilograms, the rest of them. 220 years ago, just after the French Revolution, the French government decided that their old-fashioned ways of measuring needed changing. Measuring is how to spell measuring. Yeah, because up and down France, they used lots of different units. And so that meant that people that would go from one place to France to the other didn't know what they were talking about. Oh, do you want 20 congee of apples? Oh, I don't know. The new government invented a new set of length and weight units called metric. Metric is how to spell metric. Yeah, they forced everybody in France to use the same units. And then everybody across the world uses the same units, apart from America. Most of the world now uses the metric system because it is easier than the system called Imperial. That was the one invented by the English 1,000 years ago. Well, some of the bits of 1,000 years ago. The Imperial system was invented 1,000 years ago in England. Yay! America still uses the 1,000-year-old English system of weights and measures. So, because America does, everybody has to know how to convert from one to the other. The small metric length is the millimeter. Which is 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter. Centi. The imperial length measurement is 1 inch. That's the width of a man's thumb. That was because you used your thumb to decide where the next nail should go on a wooden boat. The nails were put 1 inch apart. Medium size, 1,000 millimeters equals 1 meter. That's 2 steps for a French man. 12 inches is a foot. Yeah, that's one of the King of England's feet. He used it and said, hey, my foot's this big. Everyone has to use my foot. 1 FT, foot FT. 3 feet equals 1 yard. Yeah, 3 feet when you walk along pigeon step. You get a yard, which is one biggest step that an Englishman could ever make. It's only a few inches short of the meter. A large, 1,000 meters equals a kilometer. Kilo. 1,760 feet equals 1 mile. Yeah, mile comes from mil, which meant 1,000. It was 1,000 double steps for a Roman soldier. But the English were taller than the Romans. So rather than it being 2,000 yards to a mile, it's now 1,760 because the English were taller than the Romans. Stuff like that happens. It's history. 12 inches was called a foot because of how big King Henry I of England's foot was. He had big feet. 12 inches long. For metric, the numbers you need to remember are 1,000 is kilo. Kilogram is 1,000 grams. A kilowatt is... How many watts will a kilowatt be? Oh yeah, 1,000. A kilometre... Kilometer is 1,000 meters, so km for kilometer. So yeah, 1,000. So all of the system is kind of organized for for weights, for watts. Hey, that's electricity, and for meters and distance. Kilo. 1,000th is centi. Yeah, because there's 100th, because there's 100 cents in a dollar. And the word cent just means 100th. 1 meter is 1,000 centimeters. No, 100. Oh, got to change that in my book before I publish that book. Right, and that wants to be 1 line rather than a double line. 1 bell equals 10 decibels. Ah, yeah, that's when decibels comes in. Now, that wants to be 1 line as well, rather than a double line. Never mind. 1,000 equals mille. Mille doesn't mean million. Mille is a French word which means thousandth. Oh, Napoleon Bonaparte. Everyone thinks, oh, Napoleon Bonaparte. The thing he did right was make the metric system. No, he didn't. He hated it. He tried to stop it. 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeters, mm. 1 V equals 1 volt equals 1,000 millivolts. MV. Oh, that's the push of the electricity. That's the amount of electricity. 11? No, 1 litre. Oh, you've got to be careful with that. Really, it should be a capital L. 1 litre equals 1,000 millilitres. Litres. Have I spelt litres before? No, I haven't. So I think that should be put in. So many bits to edit on my page to make my page publishable for my book. Imperial has lots of different numbers to remember. Rather than kilo, thousand, centi, 100th, milli, 1,000th. In Imperial, you've got loads. 1 mile is 1,760 yards. 14 pounds is 1 stone. 36 inches is 1 yard. These are easy if you grew up with them and you learnt them at primary school, which Americans did, and English people over the age of 70. How much a cup can hold is called capacity. Capacity. Capacity is for liquids and gases. The amount of solids in a container is called volume, and it is in millimeters cubed, centimeters cubed, meters cubed, cubic inch, or cubic feet. Okay, metric capacity, imperial capacity. Metric goes 1 milliliter. Imperial, 1 fluid ounce. 1,000 milliliters equals a litre. 20 fluid ounces, OZ for ounces. Oh, OZ because it's onzes, which was a Roman measurement. 20 fluid ounces equals 1 pint. 8 pints equals a gallon. A pint is what English people still ask for when it's beer, but sometimes they give them half a litre, which is less beer. We don't like these half litres when it comes to beer. As in space, you feel weightless. Weight equals heaviness. The force downwards due to gravity. This is more for big planets with lots of gravity, and less on small planets and moons. Weight is newtons, named after the greatest scientist ever. Well, okay, that's my opinion. Newton. N. Scientists need to separate weights and mass. Mass is amount of you. Are you very massive? Mass is the same everywhere. Yeah, if your mass is massive on Earth and you go to the moon, you're going to be massive there as well. Weight is the force and is measured in newtons. Yeah, mass is how many atoms you have, measured in kilograms. Okay, and then metric mass, 1 gram, 1,000 grams equals a kilogram. 1,000 kilograms equals 1 ton, double N-E, a metric ton, which is about the same as a regular ton, an imperial ton. Okay, in imperial you've got 1 ounce. 16 ounces is a pound. 1 pound. 2,000 pounds equals 1 ton in the USA. 2,240 pounds equals 1 ton in the UK. Yeah, because America used the same weights and measured, but you know, they tried to simplify it. Weight is the force of gravity, newtons. 1 kilovolt equals 1,000 volts. It doesn't matter what it is. If it says capital K, kilo, it's 1,000 of the small ones. 1 watt is 1,000 milliwatts. Yeah, milli is always 1,000th. Your weight in newtons, weight in newtons, tons, newtons, is 1/6 on the moon. Your mass in kilograms is the same on the moon. Yeah, if you're massive on the Earth, you're massive on the moon. Good. There's my card. Please press like. Please press subscribe. That way I can get more coming and break comments. I'll get back to you. My name is Good Luck Gary. I teach in the international schools in Hong Kong. I come to people's homes in the evenings to help them out with their GCSEs, their IBs and SATs. And if your mum wants me to contact you and help you out with your maths or science, she should email me at goodluckgaryhk@gmail.com. Bye!